I don't need to see her.
I don't really.
Yeah, Mike.
So, you go over there and have a seat.
If I forget that,
Right. Hey, how about that? Then we can just go clear down.
My name is Don Schaefer, and I moved to Charleston with my family in 1968.
My name is Bob Whittenberger. Live here in Charleston, have since 1975.
I was born and raised at Pesotum, Illinois, and attended Villa Grove High School. After high school, I went into service and saw the world. And after college, I went back to Villa Grove and taught school.
Well, after I got out of high school, you didn't ask, most guys anyway, well, what are you going to do when you get out of school? Because your friendly draft board was keeping track of where you were in school. And as soon as you got out the door with your degree, you went to the mailbox and you found your draft notice and spent the next, in round figures, 1 year, 9 months, and 2 days in the U.S. Army. Came back and continued education in Mexico City, as a matter of fact.
Well, the first time that I donated, of course, was in Europe in service, and they asked for blood because of the operations in the hospital, and it was just something that you did. It was kind of not an order, but when you were in service, it seemed like that you did what somebody requested or asked you to do. So probably the first time I was a little bit nervous, but then I got to thinking, well, somebody needs this, and it's not a difficult thing to do. So I gave then and continued when the request was made. I keep donating because it's easy to do. There's a large benefit to it. I understand that 3 people's lives are saved with every pint. It's convenient because of the programs that the Red Cross has out there available to everyone. And I usually encourage everybody to get involved that can.
A little over 35% at any one time they're eligible when you consider all the reasons, age, and so on and so forth. And only about 5 to 10% of those actually donate, even once. So there's a lot of potential there that's not being met. Donation is not the only thing you can do. If for whatever reason you don't like it and you can't, for medical reasons, they always need volunteers. There are things you can do even if you can't donate, and it's still worthwhile because it adds to the effectiveness of the entire operation.
I'm not really an emotional guy. However, when I give blood, I think about, well, where is this going to go? Who is it going to help? And I know that it's going to be doing some good for someone or for some 3 people, or I get a lot of satisfaction out of giving blood, and that's why I continue to give blood.
Combined, you two have saved up to 1,632 lives.
Well, it wasn't difficult on my part, I can say that. Wow. It's surprising that all the blood you and I have given combined would fill all these cans and the barrel and the 5-gallon buckets.
And we're still full.
And we're still perking along. That's right.
Topped off.
272. What do you know?
Are you going to?
There they are.
Yeah, you did it.
I did it.
You did it.
Where'd you find that? I didn't know they made those anymore.
I had somebody help me get it.
Oh! Well, thank you.
No, Don. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Nobody likes getting stuck with a needle. So, you naturally give some attention to that, but that sort of, well, it's not apprehension, certainly not fear, but just okay, this is the way they do that, And I don't recall ever having a feeling of, wow, I don't think I want to do that again, because it isn't like that. Especially I think it's a real bargain. You lie down for maybe a half an hour or so, and you don't really do anything except lie there, and then you get up and you get free food. So it's a good deal. It's a very high return on your investment, and especially if you can talk to someone who's been on the receiving end of it, then it puts whatever your apprehensions were in going in perspective that makes them really negligible.
Well, my name is Kelsey Gaby, and I'm from Millstadt, Illinois. It's a really small town next to St. Louis, and don't blink or you'll miss it. And I go to Eastern Illinois University now. I'm going to nursing school next year in St. Louis. I want to become a nurse practitioner someday. Something that I think is really important that a lot of people don't realize is the pressing need for blood donation. So every 2 seconds in the United States, someone needs a blood transfusion. And if that blood's not there to be given, then what can we do? One day in my sophomore year of high school, after school, it was a Friday night, and I was just begging my mom to let me go do something with my friends. And so there was bad weather, some icy conditions that were supposed to start later that night, and so we compromised. I could go out to dinner with my friends as long as I was home before the icy weather started. We were on our way home, and the icy conditions started a little bit earlier than they had thought, and I braked to miss a possum on the road, and when I did, my car spun, lost control on black ice, and we hit a telephone pole right on my driver's side door, and it trapped me inside. Luckily, my friend was able to call for help, and I was rescued and taken to a hospital in St. Louis. And when I got to the hospital, everything was so frantic. The doctors didn't know what all was wrong with me, and they sedated me to give my body the chance to recoup a little bit. After they sedated me, they weaned me off the medication, but I didn't wake up, and they found out that the reason why I didn't wake up was because my brainstem was so severely bruised. I received 3 units of blood while I was in the hospital, and if those people that I don't know, didn't take that hour out of their day, I wouldn't be here today, and that just means a lot to me. So after the accident, it was really tough. It wasn't over whenever I left the hospital. That's when the hard stuff really began. It was a lot of work, but I eventually got there, and I kept going. I wasn't gonna take no for an answer. I was gonna get back to the way that I was before, because nothing was gonna stop me. Nothing was gonna hold me back from what I was gonna do. And I found this new passion after the accident. I was able to channel my negative feelings towards what happened to me and turn it around for something good. And now I feel that my mission on spreading the need and the importance of blood donation is it's my thing. I'm so lucky that it was there, and I want to make sure it's there for other people too.
It's easy to do, it benefits many people, and there isn't any reason not to do it. So I would encourage many more people to donate. Once they're over the first hurdle, it's easy after that. So donate blood.